Well, we're bracing for a tropical storm here in South Florida. Hurricane or tropical storm ETA is approaching, and I'm in South Florida right now. I'm in my car, and this is what makes living in your car scary, lonely, uh, and just suck. However, you may say to yourself, well, you're living in your car, you're on wheels, why don't you get the hell out of Dodge? Well, I thought about that, and I was hoping I was free of dealing with all hurricanes because I didn't come down to South Florida till November. But this is a little bit late in the hurricane season. I thought the hurricane season was pretty much over. So what I'm doing now is, look, it's a tropical storm. It's not a hurricane. Some things have closed up early. Some things are still open. So what do you do as a nomad? You gas up your car. You charge your cell phone. You go to all-night gas station. You go to a truck stop. And you bear out the storm. Bunker down. But my thoughts are, look, it's just, bad weather magnifies bad feelings. Rain makes you sad by nature. And so you got the rain, you got the wind whipping around, and they say wind gust up to 70 miles per hour. I haven't felt any that much, that strong where I'm at. I feel the wind probably is around 30, 40 miles an hour gusts. But overall, things are safe and stable, but not ideal. And these are the moments that I want to document that make you question what you're doing. As far as living in your car, and as far as just life, being by yourself, being a loner. Again, bad weather brings up bad emotions. And so, it's just, it's a magnifying feeling of being alone in the world, okay, living this life out of your car in the middle of a storm. And how do you get through it? Well, how do you get through anything in life? One day at a time. How do you get through anything in life? Perspective, right? I got all my health. I got, a lot to be thankful for. Upscale. Damn. A lot is flooding in Broward County. Yep. We'll be all right, though. That's a good attitude, brother. Yep. Upscale lives full-time in his Class C RV in South Florida. So Broward County, Dade County, Palm Beach County, even Martin County, all in state of emergencies. I saw the governor of Florida issued state of emergencies for all those counties. But I saw the storm is supposed to loop to the West Coast over the next 24 hours. Now, whether or not that takes place, I don't know. So, yeah, will we get through it? Yes. In the next 48 hours or so, will the sun come out? Yeah, the rain and the winds are supposed to linger for a day or so, but the sun is supposed to shine bright by the end of the week. So every storm, there's sun on the other side. But storms bring up sadness, okay? And living a non-conforming life with no family, no attachments, out of your car, out of your SUV, it's moments like these that make you just say, oh my God, I'm so alone in this world. And I want to document that feeling because it's a real feeling. What's your alternatives? Well, it all depends who you want. Do I want to get married? No. Do I want a house? No. So, would I like to go see my mother? I talk to her every night, I keep that in the back of my mind if I really want to go see her. But I know if I went up there, they still have warm weather up north, but in a couple weeks it'll be cold. I can't stand the cold weather. So what do you do in life? Because you can't outrun every storm. It is true I could have waited a little bit longer to come down to Florida. It is true that this is why sometimes people say that Florida is oversold because you got to deal with storms. You got to deal with flooding. It's not always tropical paradise. And that's something you have to consider. Coconut Dreams. This year will not stop with the surprises. 2020 was a monster, man. We're not even done yet. We'll see how it ends, man. We'll see how it ends. But I'm grateful. What am I grateful for? My health. Grateful for you guys. Grateful for my mom still alive. So, look, I'm grateful for my job. So, how do you get through the sad, stormy nights? Well, be grateful. And like Upscale kind of said too, bunker down, man. It will get through it. So, Has it been a trying year? Yeah, I guess 2020 has been a very interesting year. But life is interesting. As I get older, it gets sadder. As I get older, is more of a challenge to like get yourself juiced up to be inspired. And I've come to the conclusion that life is a tropical storm. Okay, what does that mean? Guys, life is not perfect. And if the weather is always perfect and it never rains, you're in California, you got wildfires. So a lot of people move to California. They say, look, it never rains. It's moderate temperature, but it's so damn dry. Donald Trump farts and the whole forest goes on fire. Coconuts. When you work out, do you have a routine or just do anything? No, I have a routine. At this point, I walk daily. That's my base of every workout. When I go to the gym, I mainly do shoulders, chest, biceps, and triceps. So I was in a season where I was doing legs and abs, but I'm done. Why? Because I'm getting older. I just want to feel solid. I got a wide ass. I don't like working on my legs. I'm really not trying to get a six pack anymore. Your diet and walking and working and moderate weights. Weights are just to get my heart rate up, because when you walk, your heart rate doesn't get that up, and it makes me feel good. But, I'm not trying to sex anyone out at this point. Even though I know I'm a YouTube sex symbol. Look, I'm 40 years old. I got a wide body, but I've been obese, so I also got something to add. And what I have to add with regards to health is that your diet is number one. What you put in your body, the food you eat. Now, you can overeat healthy food, and you may be a little bit overweight. I overeat healthy food a little bit, but I feel 100% better than I was shoving down, Chick-fil-A or DiGiorno pizza or fried chicken or General Toys chicken and Chinese spot. So you eat all that shit, and especially I used to do it too. You eat on the weekends. You eat watching football, you eat watching sports, you eat watching news, you eat watching me. You say, let me see what Inspirational Nomad is doing. He's stuck in tropical ETA. Yeah, I am. Living in my car, neon lights, wind whipping around. Okay. So did I work out today? Yeah. Why? Because it really wasn't that bad during the day. There was some light winds. It's been cool. The temperature hasn't been bad. But the rain started to pick up a couple hours ago. Scout. I washed this thing in the rain today. It gave me a good spark. Would you watch a show on YouTube? Coconuts. What is your opinion about sleeping with coworkers? You're going to mess your money up. So my biggest concern with YouTube is one of my coworkers watched, they love Trump, and now they want to assassinate me or they want to get me in trouble. That's my biggest concern. So guys, don't mix business and pleasure. Go there and get your money and get the hell out of Dodge. Why? Shit. Guys, you say, what makes me sad, what makes me happy right now is I know, thank God I still got a job. Okay. Because I tell you right now, I'd be crying my ass off if I was sitting here in a storm, when you say, oh, guys, help me out, I want to, I have a lot to be grateful for. I'm grateful. All my life, I tried to work remote, and I'm so grateful, okay, that I'm able to do that. I'm grateful for a job, okay. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful that, this video talked with my mom. I'm grateful for you guys. Coconuts, you've been a blessing. Upscale, you've been a blessing. All my members. And so, but guys, when it's a storm, I get sad. You say Inspirational Nomad, you're a man of steel. You're working out. I want to have sex with you. I think I am. But guys, I still get sad. Okay. It's very lonely being in your car during a tropical storm, man. It's sad. It's true. Upscale. Nah, I washed the RV. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, with free water. Yeah, I washed my car, too. I just set my big ass in it and let the water rush. But I did walk, and I did work out, and I did keep a routine. Your routine is your biggest thing. What do they teach you in school, in the military, in jail, and in rehab? A routine. Why? Because a routine will save your life in a tropical storm and in an everyday function. Why? Because without a routine, without time management, you're going to be sitting there looking at every thumbnail of porn. You're going to be taking a dookie in the porta-john for 5 hours, and you're not going to be able to become a journeyman electrician. Why? Because you spent too long in the bathroom. Okay, you got to hang that EMT pipe. Okay, you got to hang the unistrut. You're fucking off. It's true. Coconuts. Yeah, 70 degrees today in New York. I came too early. But guys, I was up in New Jersey for 6 months. I couldn't take it anymore. But now, in retrospect, maybe I should have waited till Thanksgiving. So it's been abnormally warm up there. 70 degrees in the middle of November, second week of November is very rare. But now, will I go back up north before next fall? Maybe. I was thinking maybe go see my mom during Thanksgiving, but I don't know if I could take that cold weather. I know now it's good, but I don't know. And I don't know if I want to make that long journey up again. I gotta get my mind worked up. Right now, I gotta get through the storm. What do you do when you're faced with a storm? What do you do when you're faced with sadness? Get through the night. Get through the night, one day at a time. One day at a time, guys. Infinity, what's up, brother? Hey, Sam, how's it going? Infinity, I'm bunkering down in my car. There's tropical storm approaching, wind gusts about 30, 40 miles per hour. Rain was coming down pretty hard. Now it kind of eased up. And I just had a moment of sadness, but perseverance. Starbucks closed early. Why? Because they put a sign that said tropical storm coming. We closed up at 5. So what did I have to do, Infinity? I had to get Wawa coffee. Does that make me happy? No. Am I grateful? Yes. How are you, brother? Infinity, be safe. Prayers to you, brother. Well, prayers to you, Infinity. How are you? I hope that you're okay. Let this not just be about me, but you. Infinity, how do you feel today? Coconuts, how do you feel? Upscale. You're probably feeling like me. But at least you're in a fully self-contained Class C. You're in a house. I looked at that little, I uploaded that video today about the little camper, little like tent camper. It's cute, but I don't know if it's that worth of an entanglement just to get that little camper. It's got its pros and cons. I don't know. Infinity's doing great. Infinity, well, that's what I like to hear. When you get a good wave, when you feel good, ride it out, brother. Why? Because in life, you got to take the good days when you can get them. When you're not, when you're happy, take them. When you're sad, just get through the day. Why? Because, guys, what can we do? We're all in a tropical storm of life. Okay. Right now, I'm in a tropical storm of life and in a tropical storm of ETA. Okay. So you say inspirational nomad, that's why I hate Florida. I don't like storms. Well, I can understand that. But what I can tell you is, look, guys, nothing's perfect. I don't like snowstorms. I don't like dry, cold climate. And so I take the good with the bad. Okay. So I heard Saturday Night Live, their edition, they bashed Florida a little bit. Who's doing Joe Biden now? Jim Carrey, the comedian. And he was doing a skit as Joe Biden, and they were talking about the different states. And he said something like, Florida is a hot, stinky mess. That's all it got. It's true. Well, it's nice. Tonight I wish I was probably back in New Jersey for tonight. That's true, to be fair. But for most of the year, no. Free Spirit, what's up, man? Sam, hope all's well, brother. I'm doing the best I can. Stay safe out there. It's a disaster. Free Spirit, where you at again, man? Me and Upscale trying to hold it down South Florida for all the nomads. But this is why you don't become a nomad. Why? Because, guys, it does wear on you. Someone left a comment today on my channel. They said living in your car gets exhausting. And that's a fair comment. Something I think about Gail today, too. Good thing Gail stayed up north until this storm's gone. This should be the last storm. It's not really a major storm. I mean, but it just, it sucks. Oh, you're in San Antonio, Free Spirit? San Antonio, Texas. Good weather for you guys, I think. I was looking at going to Texas maybe to do some camping. Right now, you guys, I think you got a couple of weeks of good weather, right? So take that when you can get it. But I don't think you got any hot chicks in San Antonio. I remember Charles Barkley on the NBA Tonight thing used to always say nothing but big chicks in San Antonio, Texas. You talk about like how dirty that river is. What's that river in San Antonio, Texas that the Spurs play by? I forgot the name of that river. And no disrespect to San Antonio. Guys, people hating on Florida right now. They're winning. They're spiking the football in my face. Okay. So I still enjoy the day. I still got outside. And the rain stopped. Right now it stopped. No more rain. Storm's over, guys. Election's over. Storm's over. That's it. Jesse, what's the futures market doing? How's the future stock market look? Are they happy with Joe Biden as the proposed president-elect? Jesse O likes to trade stock futures. I never traded stock futures. Who in the live feed? What members are fully retired? If you're fully retired, what do you think about a storm? Well, if you're retired, you ain't got shit to do. Okay. And you could be at ease knowing you got your fixed income. When you're still hustling and bustling through life, it's like, I don't know. It's like, one sense, having something to do, I know it's a good thing, keep you productive. In the other sense, you're just like, it's a fear of you're waiting for the axe to fall on you. And I don't know why, but you just always feel like an axe is going to fall on you. I guess it's human nature. That's why people hoard, because they fear something will be taken away from them. What can you do, guys? If something's going to get taken away from you, all you can have is your savings account, a positive attitude, take care of your health, keep showing up, and that's all we can do. But live from South Florida, tropical storm ETA may have just passed us by, because what I could tell you was about an hour or so of heavy rain with wind gusts. Now, it's sunny now because it's late, but it ain't bad. Guys, that's the good part about Florida. All right, now we're going to talk about good stuff. What? Guys, the storms pass pretty quick, okay? So what I can tell you is 1 minute it's storming, next minute it's tropical paradise, okay? So now, do I feel happy? Well, I feel better that it's not pouring rain. I can still go do my functions. Guys, rain's sad. Cold weather's sad. A major reason for me uprooting my life is the winters are so emotionally and mentally damaging to me, that I'm willing to live in my car by myself in Florida. You say inspirational nomad, what about a home base? What about an RV? I just haven't found the right fit. You say you picky as hell. That's why, I know. I was dating some hot chicks too. I just couldn't commit. Why? I don't like commitment. I don't like entanglements. I don't know if I'm just running in a circle or if I'm going forward, but I'm doing it by myself. I would be probably more miserable if I was stuck with someone. We think we want to order another slice of pizza, and we do. But after we eat that fifth slice of pizza, all we want to do is throw up. It's like we think we want this or that. Then once we do it or overdo it, we don't want that. So I try to remember in my mind that, life is just not perfect. You think you're going to get to a point where it's perfect, but it's not. You can make it better, though. Okay. You can get through a storm. After the storm, the sun comes out. After sadness comes happiness. Hopefully, some people get stuck in sadness. Some people get stuck in depression. Some people get stuck in Washington. Some people get stuck in Oregon. Some people get stuck in New Jersey. Some people get stuck in Florida. Where do you want to live? Who do you want in your life? What do you want to do with your life? Those are some big questions. What do I want to do, guys? I just try and get through one day at a time at this point. I want to live financially free. I would love to be able to be totally financially independent. I want to keep my health. Maybe if I want to find, eventually I want to find a little bit more comfort, but I really don't want to commit to anything. And but I know I was looking at a couple properties today, and I looked at a couple RVs, and none of them really made me excited. And I was just thinking to myself, Sam, don't settle. You came this far in life. You did all this work to get out of the system, so to speak, as best you can. Don't go back into the system for something you don't really want. And I say, you're right, talking to myself. And, but I know, like, even when I add more comfort, you're always going to have some sadness in life. You're always going to have some anxiety, some stress. Is my life better today at age 40 in a tropical storm living in my car than it was at age 30 living in a condo in a gated community? It's just different. I'm happy where I'm at. I don't regret anything I did. It's weird. Like, if you would have told me at 30 I'd be living in my car in South Florida with a tropical storm, I was like, that don't sound right. But if you give me the option now to have a condo in New Jersey and have to go to an office tomorrow, I would throw up. Right? So that's how you convince yourself. How do you get out of depression? Well, talk it out. Guys, I just gave you a therapy session. Okay. Just gave you that membership, that 33 cents a day to all my members. Thank you for being a member. Guys, talk it out. Okay. You know, you say, I don't know what I want. Nothing makes me happy. Well, talk about what you had. Talk about what you had. Like a lot of people convince themselves to go back to a relationship. You know, like my man Coconut Dreams, he's addicted to sex. You think he didn't talk himself to going back to some coochie? And he knows every time he goes back, he's unhappy. You can't go backwards in life, kid. You got to sometimes just ride the storm out, man. Is that a great answer? Guys, it's the only answer, you know. And what are you going to do? You know, you move to Texas, you're going to have dry spouts, you're going to have, you know, big chicks in San Antonio. You move to California, you're going to have wildfires. You move to New Jersey, you're going to have snowstorms. Where are you going to go on this earth that you know you don't have a dookie stain? Nowhere. So what are you going to do? You're going to figure out what's best for you. What relationships are best for you? Is it best for you to be totally alone like me? You know, maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. You know, but I know right now, like, you know, you say, Sam, you know, you're lonely. You should be with someone. Guys, you put someone in front of me, I'll talk to them, but I don't want to be with them all night. I don't want to wake up with them. I don't want to talk about. I don't want to go through that whole thing. So, you know, it's just what life is, guys. It's a journey. Free spirit, laughing. Sadly, it's an upgrade. Okay. Well, at least you're going forward. He says San Antonio is an upgrade for him. He moved here for a year, chasing the money bag, and it was the next level in my career. Well, I'm not mad at that. That's a step forward. What industry are you in? You don't tell me what you do. Keep your privacy. And what is your next step? He moved from South Carolina. Free spirit, you've been hearing me bash South Carolina. I connected with you. South Carolina is home of poverty. I wish that some of the liberals had the heart that these conservatives have. They should be like the conservatives. Take that damn camera. Instead of going to the streets of San Francisco, go to the streets of South Carolina. You want to see poverty. You want to see destitute. You want to see a national disgrace. Look at the streets of South Carolina. Not Hilton Head, where the liberals go from northern states and spend their money. Go inland. That's what I tell you. Tennis Unlocked. Stay safe, Sam. I'm doing the best I can. I got some people lurking from South Carolina. They don't want to hear the truth. They also don't want to know Donald Trump ain't get elected. But let me tell you something, guys. Donald Trump's done. You're done. South Carolina's a national disgrace. And that's it. Okay? That's it. San Antonio's a step up. Okay? Guys, you know you're doing bad when San Antonio's a step up. You say, screw you, inspirational nomad. You're living in your car in South Carolina. I had a Trumper tell me that last night after my live feed about Joe Biden. He said, screw you. Who are you to say anything? You're living in your car. So, well, that shows you have great character. You judge me by how I live, but that's okay. I understand. And what I tell you is, look, you're watching my video. Okay. So what does that tell me? Look, I'm more entertaining than your wife. I'm more entertaining than you spending time with yourself. Okay. So what I could tell you is this. Your wife's a disgrace, and so are you. So what should you do? Watch the news together and hate each other. I don't care. I don't want to talk to you, just like your children. Just like your children. I don't want to talk to you either. That's true. Let's take hydration break. Thank you, Tennis Unlocked. Yeah, all right, guys, we're going to get through the storm. Coconuts, thank you again, Tennis. Coconuts, what portable phone charger do you use in your car? I don't use a portable phone charger. What I use, Coconuts, this is actually from Radio Shack. Shows you how long it is. This is like a $10, $15 inverter that you can buy from Walmart. And you just plug it into your cigarette lighter, and then I plug my my regular Samsung charger into that, and that charges my phone. You can also use your Gold Zero Yeti battery pack, but I have to get a new battery for that. I just ordered it today on Amazon. So that's a basic solution. $10, $15, just a regular inverter that plugs into your cigarette lighter, and then you can plug a regular cell phone charger to that, and it does it. And my Samsung has like the supercharge fast. It charges very fast. Yeah, Free Spirit got out of South Carolina. Loved all my people out there because I got some friends. They moved to South Carolina. Okay. And I got some friends that they bought property. I'm not talking about you guys. Okay. Guys, it's just my opinion. Again, guys, I'm in Florida, South Florida, tropical storm right now. So you may say, I'm glad I'm not where you're at. Well, that's fine. I understand. Guys, Jim Carrey went on Saturday Night Live. He called Florida a hot mess. Do I hate Jim Carrey now? No. When I bash New Jersey, all the conservatives love it. But when I say South Carolina's a shithole, they say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, don't get upset. Don't get upset. Tennis Unlocked, thank you again, damn it. Free Spirit. Bank and Bean in it for going on 10 years. Well, damn, man, you're consistent. And what I can tell you is all your dreams will come true, or you'll give yourself the best opportunity, the best odds The more you show up, period. The more you show up, the better your odds are. So good job, brother. Congrats. What's what's more important, great sex or money? Money, because sex is only 5% of the relationship and it doesn't last long term. So what happens when one of the people who like to have sex gets cancer? What happens if you get into an argument? Guys, money. Money will be with you longer than sex. True. You need money more than you need sex. True. So money for the win. You say, damn, inspirational knowing man, you're right, but I'm addicted to sex. So that's why I tell you, masturbate. I masturbated today. Guys, I masturbated in a tropical storm. You guys are in a temperature control. Coconuts, man. You're in Upper East Side of Manhattan in a beautiful brownstone. It should be a sex thing in there, man. With yourself. Okay? I'm trying to find quiet areas to go and take care of myself. Okay? So, money for the win. Good job. Free spirit. Money. I'll live for the direct deposit. Free spirit, you're speaking my language. You're speaking my language, brother. Good job, free spirit. You're on top of it. Let's take hydration. Guys, I think the storm is over. Okay? Like R. Kelly said, the storm is over. But R. Kelly, he was a multi-millionaire. Sex symbol. Now he's locked up for being a pedophile. He got stabbed the other week in jail. Guys, R. Kelly, when I was growing up, I went to an R. Kelly concert. R. Kelly and Nas. He was the guy. Guys, R. Kelly now, because of sex, coconuts. Guys, coconut and dreams. R. Kelly could get sex with anyone he wanted. He had almost all the money in the world. But he couldn't keep his hands off young women. Now, he's locked up in jail with no money, getting stabbed. Coconut and dreams, sex is a trap. Okay? Sex is a trap. So what I can tell you is this, guys. I mean, let us agree on some basic principles. Upscale. R. Kelly and Bill Cosby effed up. It's a disaster. One is I knew Bill Cosby was a hypocrite when he used to blast Eddie Murphy. Like, he used to make fun of Eddie Murphy because he said, like, you're not a good comedian because you use too much curse language, and that's not proper. You know, he would be like a conservative. But then come to find out, Bill Cosby was the real pedophile, and Eddie Murphy just like transgenders. Because remember, Eddie Murphy got caught like giving a blowjob or something to a transgender? Just like DJ Mr. C from New York. Gail, I was thinking about you today. I said, Gail, thank God, Lord, you kept Gail up north because she would have been sad. You'd have been sad today. The storm, I think, is past, but I felt sad and lonely. And Gail, what I tell you, you need to really, really pray. Hold on a second, Gail, we're going to get back. Joe Boss, $4.99 super chat. Damn it, I worked out even in a tropical storm. Joe Boss. What I could tell you, brother, is I remember the show, Who's the Boss, okay? But tonight, you're the boss, brother. Thank you for that super chat. Love and appreciation to you, Joe Boss. Super sticker, super chat. Thank you. Tennis unlocked. Thank you again. Both of you, very generous. Thank you. Gail, I was saying to myself that you'd be very sad if you were here today because when it rains, it's sad. But the rain has stopped. The storm does pass. Here's the other thing, Gail. I felt like going back to New Jersey today. Okay, so you have to prepare yourself mentally, Gail. You're going to come down here, and after a couple days, you're going to want to go back up north. Now, give yourself the freedom to go back up north if you want to. I will do the same thing for me. But I remember, I play out in my mind, the only thing for me is, I would like to see my mom. I see her every night in video conference, but I know if the weather isn't good, I'm going to be miserable. So I play out in my mind going back up north. And once I get there, especially as the days go by and we get deeper in the winter, I know I'd be a miserable bastard. And it wouldn't be quality time with my mom. It'd be a death match. Okay. So one is you did the right thing by waiting. You looked at the 10-day forecast. Good job. And just prepare yourself. If you don't have to come down. If you do decide to come down, you give yourself freedom. That you know all the feelings because you did it last year. You came down and I understand it. And, you came for a little while and then you went back up north. You said, screw it. I got to be close to family. What I can tell you is this: make your target your storage unit. You don't have to get rid of it, but at least go visit it and let and then just try to plan some camping and play out in your mind. Now, if you wait till it gets cold, that'll be good, because then you'll say, look, what's my alternative? Always ask yourself, what are your options? Now, your options are, you can always go back to your ex. You can always go back to cold weather. You can always go back to something, but remember, you left for a reason. And that's kind of like how you got to play out getting through sadness and loneliness, and especially as a nomad. But all humans are affected by these thoughts. Let's read Gail's comment. Gail, I just heard on the news that Biden is going to do a lockdown for 6 weeks when he takes office. That means gyms again. I hope not. Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's a long way off. Why? Because right now, if everything pans out, he doesn't get in office till the end of January. So a lot can change. And then, even no matter what he mandates, there's still states. Each state has certain liberties. So can he override those states? Yes, but he'd probably have to go to the Supreme Court. So we'll have to see how it plays out. But what I can tell you is Biden won't get in till the end of January. And even when he gets in, each state has certain liberties. Because each state is governed, a little bit by themselves. So it'll be a kind of a back and forth. So obviously Florida is somewhat more progressive in allowing people to have a little bit more freedoms. So it's something that, you just have to evaluate when you get there. But remember, that's 3 months off. So in 3 months from now, it could be nothing or it could be something. So I haven't heard that yet coming out of his mouth. So for right now, I think with regards to politics, we got to just get everything certified, get the peaceful transition, and then see what Joe Biden does. But it's something that you have to be mindful of. Good job. Free Spirit. Sam, where do you see things headed post-Trump? Ups and downs, just like with Trump. Ups and downs, progressively moving forward. You're still going to have contentious issues. You're still going to have some civil unrest. That all happened under Trump. You're still going to have the stock market go up, and you're still going to have the stock market go down. That happened under Trump. So I don't expect Biden to be a savior. Why? Because even Jesus tried to save people, and how'd he end up? Ultimately, the only thing that is a hope is that politics don't make your life worse like they have the past couple years, okay? Because you couldn't really live your life without contentious political stuff. Now, there's still going to be contentious political stuff, but Trump magnified them instead of minimalizing them. Now, if Joe Biden does a shitty job, okay, then protest, okay? So I'm not someone to say support Joe Biden blindly. If this guy fucks up, the same thing like I said with Trump, bring him out. But obviously, let's see what he does. I said the same thing when Trump got elected. People ask me, Sam, what do you think about Trump being elected? I said, well, I didn't vote for him, but let's see what he does. Hopefully he does some good stuff. Okay. And look, he came in with a negative tone. He did some good stuff with some economic things. But it was unsustainable, and the government had to back up his economic policy because it brought us further in debt. And when you have an emergency and you don't have a sustainable economy, you got to go to the Federal Reserve. So we'll see. Again, I just think it'll be ups and downs. I just think there'll be more civility. I still think there'll be nasty people. I still think there'll be nasty incidents. I don't think any politician is the savior, but I think there's better than worse. I think when you go to McDonald's and you decide to get a salad instead of a double cheeseburger, look, it's not the best thing, but it's going to be better than what a double cheeseburger would do to you. So Joe Biden may not be the best thing, but it's going to be better than what 4 years of Donald Trump did for you, okay? And if you don't think so, then I don't think you're looking around at where society is, what you have felt in your real life, and what the government has done to back up a national emergency, because we socialized all of our economics just to keep this thing afloat in a pandemic, okay? And so I think we'll be okay, guys. But I don't know the future. What I know is the tropical storm has passed. What I know is wrong and right is right. And what I know is loneliness and sadness is part of life. Ups and downs, highs and lows are part of life. After the storm comes the sun. The storm stopped. Don't turn back and go to your ex just because you get lonely. Independence and the nomad life, it's an interesting thing. We want it, but when we get it, we have to convince ourselves to sustain it in a healthy way. Upscale. China is on record for mocking Trump's loss. The man has been clowned worldwide. No, he has. Look, guys, in my opinion, if you don't think the way Trump dealt with China, which brought us in a greater trade deficit statistically, if you don't think that played a part in how China handled the coronavirus or caused the coronavirus, I don't know. Then to me, I think look, China either had something directly to do with it, like they let it out of a lab, or at bare minimum, they hid it, okay, because of the relationship with Trump. Relationships matter at your job and in politics. And you can't treat everyone like they are on the show The Apprentice, because not everyone works for you, okay? You work for us, okay? And Trump's fired because he did a shitty job. Okay? And if Biden does a shitty job, fire his ass. And does the world keep turning no matter what? Of course. So, bottom line is Trump, I didn't agree he was the way to go 4 years ago. He damn sure ain't the way now. Is it scary to get a new president? Of course, guys, it's scary to get a new job. It's scary to do anything. But guys, nothing is scarier than staying in an unhealthy relationship. Nothing is scarier than having a dictator in a democracy. Nothing is scarier than having someone cause division rather than trying to spur unity. So guys, it's okay to be scared, it's okay to be unsure, but it's never okay to co-sign bad behavior. Because there's two parts of abuse, the abuser and the enabler. And there's no way the abuser stays as the father in the household unless the mother allows it. There's no way a president stays in power unless the citizens allow it. Okay. So what I could tell you guys and girls, okay, a lot of people turned a blind eye because they didn't want to get a divorce. Okay. They didn't want to change their life, and their children suffered. So the citizens of a country suffered because people didn't want to change their mind, whether it was about shared bathrooms or peaceful protest. Old school mindsets didn't want to change, and because that, others had to suffer. And I don't know the future, but I know that's wrong, and what's wrong is wrong. Let's take a hydration break. I'll tell you this, if Joe Biden does lockdown, I'm telling Jennifer Lopez, I'm pulling up to Jeep Renegade to back her house, okay? Tell Alex Rodriguez, don't be offended, okay? Because that guy's have somewhere to self-park. It's going to be fine. Guys, the storm's over, man. That's what I like about South Florida. See, in New Jersey, it'd be snowing for like 5 months, okay? So what I can tell you is tomorrow I'll probably be in the Atlantic Ocean, okay? What's the temperature right now? It was actually cool today. It's probably cooler in Florida with the wind than it was in New Jersey. I think the temperature's around 75, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. A level of humidity, a nice breeze. Feels good though. I'm very grateful. Upscale. I really believe it was a test. Trump knew back in November. No more Jared Kushner, thank God, unqualified. Well, they were all unqualified. Now, to be fair, you know, just being in politics doesn't qualify you, but there are certain qualifications. There are certain temperaments, certain attitudes that you have to have for certain job positions. Like, guys, you can't be scared of needles and want to be a nurse in the ER. I had a sibling that were scared of needles, and they dropped out of nursing school. Okay. But there's other jobs in nursing other than giving needles. You could just wipe some old guy's ass or just take care of him, talk to him, okay? So, but there's a temperament for every job, okay? Donald Trump's temperament is not of a diplomat. It's of a dictator. Okay. So look, guys, if people are trolling me, one thing I despise, okay, is family members, friends, or people that log on and spy on your life and they want their own privacy. Okay. Okay, look, this is my space. Okay. And what I could tell you in life, if I can't be free to be myself in my own space, then look, I'm an adult. Do what I want. Okay. And I despise everyone who spies on their boyfriend or girlfriend. Because why are you an internet investigator? I despise everyone who keeps a text message from 5 years ago. Keeps a screenshot from 2 months ago. What a disgrace. What type of mind? What type of character? Low character person. Type person leave their mom in the parking lot for 2 hours while they go shopping at the Dollar Tree. That's type person. Let's go. No, that we have had a business as a president. Let's not do it again. Well, we didn't have a business because Donald Trump, most of his businesses failed. The only business that was successful is when he just fired people. And he entertained psychopaths because his real estate, he was more in debt than he was in profit. Okay. And what I could tell you is if he didn't start with a huge inheritance, he would have never been where he's at. He would have had to go to the draft. He wouldn't have been able to dodge the draft if he wasn't wealthy. He probably would have got killed in Vietnam because he's not a fighter. He's a talker, okay? And we wouldn't even know him. If he was a working middle-class man, he would have got drafted to the Vietnam, and he would have either died or he would have ended up like John McCain. And like John McCain was a military serviceman who was tortured for this country, and then he would have some rich prick degrade him, disrespect him. What a disgrace, Donald Trump. May his soul burn in hell, and everyone who turned their blind eye to the disrespect of John McCain, who was a serviceman. And they say they voted for Trump because he believes in the army, but they allowed him to disrespect John McCain. They laughed. May your soul burn in eternity. May the lake of fire, like Jesus said, consume your heart. Okay. Because what type of person does that? Okay. Not good people, in my opinion. So look, guys, in life, we're always dealing with storms. We're always dealing with a shit show, okay? We're always dealing with lurkers. We're always dealing with people that don't want to give you your space, okay? I don't know why, man. As soon as I pull up the Tropical Smoothie, 3 other cars pull up, and they run out of their car, and they get in front of me in the line. I say, God, I saw when I pulled up, no one was at Tropical Smoothie. The guy behind the counter was just waiting to make a smoothie. As soon as I pull up, 2 other cars pull up, and they run out in front of me. I said, oh, shit. Why? Why, Lord, do you make an earth like this? Why does there have to be a tropical storm? Why can't we just be in tropical paradise? And you know what the Lord said to me? The same thing he said to Job when Job asked the same thing. You can't figure all this shit out, so don't worry about it. Who are you to question? Yes, I say. And do I say, does the Lord even exist, or is this all in my mind, guys? I don't know. But I keep the faith because I do feel like God has really been with me in certain instances, and I know I got a lot more than a lot of other people. So what are you going to do? Okay, I don't know. But I'll tell you this, if you say inspirational nomad, you can live I don't want to live forever, guys. I don't want to live in this earth forever. Guys, every day I get through a day without a mortgage and a rent and without major health issues, I say, thank God, one day closer to death. Well, I do. Some of you guys, I make the most of my days. But guys, I'm not like you old Donald Trump bastards. You want to be kept alive. You want like every fucking, you want the, the Regeneron drug where they got it from abortion stem cells. You're anti-abortion, but when you get the coronavirus, you want the abortion stem cell vaccine. Why? Because you refuse to die. Why? Because I think you know what's next for you, okay? So, you say inspirational nomad, how do you know you're going to heaven? I don't know. Guys, I'm just trying to do the best I can, okay? But I look, if I have to bet my soul, okay, I'd rather bet my soul knowing I voted for Biden than Trump. It's true. If we had to bet, okay, if we were bet. Now, I'm not saying you should bet. I'm not saying you should day trade. But if you day trade, don't start until 9:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Why? Because before then, the market's too volatile. Where are we at? Uh, upscale. Oh, I read it. Upscale. Sam, buy a Thor Axis. Now, I looked at the Thor. I did a video way back in the day in New Jersey. It's too big, man. I don't want a Class C. Absolutely gorgeous. It is gorgeous. But I refuse to get a Class C, a Class A, or a fifth wheel. Why? Because I want to keep a regular car in case I get laid off. I want to be able to DoorDash. Why? Because, guys, my flexibility is my biggest asset. If I was 65, I would get a Class B or I'd buy a home base tomorrow. If there was the right one that I was inspired. And if I had my retirement all set up. But at 40, I'm not going to buy a motorhome because then I limit my options. And right now, I got to play the game. Why? Because I didn't inherit money like Donald Trump. And even though I got a good job, I can get laid off. And I'm not even close to retirement age. Now, Joe Biden said he's going to make retirement age hopefully at the age of 60. So that's a win. You say, Sam, Joe Biden said he may lock down the country. Well, I didn't hear Joe Biden say that. I heard Joe, and I'm not talking about you, Gil. I'm just blabbing. But I did hear Joe Biden tweet that he's going to make retirement age 60. So we'll see what happens. Now, maybe he'll lock down the country, and maybe we won't get retirement until 70. Like, remember when Ronald Reagan pushed the age you could retire up so he can give tax cuts? That's what he did. Oh, Sabrina. Stay safe, Sam. I'm trying. I can see you with a small travel trailer. That's possible. Thank you, Sabrina. Love to you. I appreciate you, who you are. You're a kind-hearted woman. You've been through a lot. Sabrina been through a lot. She got the coronavirus. She got health things. But I think she's on an upswing. But would I get a small travel trailer? Yes. Would I get a small travel trailer like the one I did a video today with, the Viking 9.0? Probably not, because I think if I get a travel trailer, I want something that's fully self-contained. What does that mean? Well, fully self-contained means that it has a kitchen, a full shower with a toilet, and a sleeping quarters. Why? Because if I have a fully self-contained travel trailer, if there is a lockdown, I can go somewhere at an RV park or whatever and just set up camp. Now, if I had just a little camper, I could probably do it, but some campsites, when things shut down, it was a little bit suspect. And the other reason is, if I do buy an RV lot, I don't want to have to buy a second RV. What does that mean? Meaning RV lot communities do not allow you to park a travel trailer that's not fully self-contained. If you have a micro travel trailer but it doesn't have a shower, you can't live in that in the RV lot. So you need a fully self-contained RV, like a house. That's a mandate in all municipalities. So why? Because they want to know that you're getting rid of your waste and that you have the ability to take a shower all within your house, not in a common amenity. So, that's something that you have to consider. I always look at my exit strategy. I always look at, if I buy something, how do I get out of it? If I buy a small micro camper that doesn't have a shower, my only exit is I go back to the RV dealership and say, I don't want this anymore, and take a loss. Or I sell it privately. If I buy a fully self-contained travel trailer, eventually I could park it on an RV lot. I got more options if there was ever a lockdown. But it's like having a relationship. Look, a travel trailer is a relationship. And I don't want to really carry someone. Not yet. I do see, though, like, look, I want to add some comfort, but I haven't found anything. We're going to see, guys. I don't know. When in doubt, don't buy. That's my theory. When in doubt, don't buy. You say, inspirational nomad, one day you're going to meet a beautiful girl. You're going to find just the right travel trailer, and you're going to have a happy life. I said, well, I'll take financial independence first. I'll take a travel trailer second. And I'll take a side piece, maybe. Cameron, what's up, man? Shout out to Kansas. Cameron's from Kansas, home of a tornado. So a lot of you psychopaths say, Sam, I'll never move to Florida because of hurricanes. Well, move to Kansas. You think Cameron ain't dealing with tornadoes? Cameron, any regrets on this lifestyle? No. I don't regret selling my house. Hold on, Cameron. Kamara New, $4.99 super chat. Hey, buddy, I'm quitting drugs, praise the Lord, and want to masturbate. How do you do that and still keep showing up? Well, one is if you quit drugs, you're probably going to have a relapse. Why? Because everyone I know that was on hard drugs had a relapse. So what you need to do is get a routine. And what you need to do is when you need to get a routine, you need to separate from friends. Number one. Number two is when you're tempted, and one within your routine should be masturbation. Healthy, no more than 15 minutes to 40 minutes max. Okay. If you're spending 5 hours looking through every thumbnail of masturbation, you're like my man Juicy Jeff, who was addicted to porn. And then he went nofab. And then he went MIA. And I'm not talking about Miami. Okay. So what I can tell you is this, man. Keep a healthy routine. Part of that healthy routine is taking care of yourself sexually. Because there's a need to flush the reproductive system. But what I can tell you is this. If you have a good routine and if you wake up early and if you stay productive and you show up to your job or you show up to your life goals, guys, like some people say, Sam, what do you do when you live in your car all day? Guys, you wake up early, you have breakfast, you go to the gym, you go to your job, okay? You do laundry. Guys, self-care is a full-time job. I'm thinking to myself, I don't know how I did it all the years with a house and a dog. I know how I did it, a lot of stress. It's a full-time job to take care of yourself. So focus on your routine, separate from friends. You're probably going to have a relapse. What should keep you from relapsing? Remember how bad it was. And what I can tell you is, why should you keep showing up? Because what's the opposite of showing up? You're going to get laid off. What's the opposite of taking care of yourself? Someone else has to take care of yourself. What's the opposite of a sober life? An addictive life. What's the opposite of discipline? Regret. So every time you're tempted to get seduced into bad stuff, just know you're going to suffer. Just know that it's not easy. I have empathy. My mom's obese, and I look at obesity the same way drugs. I know life's not easy. I don't judge the drug addicts, okay? I don't judge the people who stalk. I don't judge anyone, but I separate. But I say I don't want to be around them. But I say I don't want to be them, okay? So you can't judge, but you have to say, I'm not going to eat my mom's fried chicken anymore. I'm not going to fuck with my sibling that drives me crazy. I'm not going to go back to that chick that doesn't like me as much as I like her. I'm not going to go back to a house that doesn't inspire me. I'm not going back. You say, inspirational nomad, that's going to offend some people. Well, hey, guys, look. Okay, you want to be a YouTube star? Get ready to have people that have fake profiles. Give you fake super chats, fake love. That's what Drake said. Okay. Fake love. Okay. And so, guys, look. You got two options. Okay? You can stay stuck in a life that sucks, or you can deal with a tropical storm living in your car, and life's still going to suck a little bit, but it's going to be better. Okay? Life ain't perfect. Life is better. Okay? Your best life is not your perfect life. It's the best life. Okay? Now, what's best for you may be different from what's best for me. You say, inspirational nomad, my best life ain't living in a car, masturbating to sock. I get that. But I tell you right now, my best life ain't living in San Antonio or South Carolina, married to a teacher or a nurse, okay, and picking up kids after work. That ain't my best life. So pick and choose your poison, okay? You say inspirational nomad, no drugs, no alcohol, no food. That don't sound fun. Well, hey, guys, have another beer, have another slice of pizza, have another cigarette, okay? I saw a guy today working outside of Publix, smoking cigarettes. I used to smoke cigarettes. The guy looked like he was 95 years old. In reality, he's 45. He's got no pension. He's got bad breath. His skin looks like shit. Okay. But he can't stop smoking cigarettes. So what I can tell you is this. Not easy, but I ain't going back. Let's take out this break. The storm is over. The storm is over now. Yes, sir. All right, let's go back to live comments. Cameron, I love you, man. Cameron asked me, do I have any regrets on the nomadic lifestyle? No. I did it at the age of 37. I owned a house for about 15 years, so I know what I'm not missing and what I am missing. I dated women. I got in some relationships. I don't miss being single, detached. I don't have any regrets to this point. Now, my biggest regret in life is at the end of my dog's life, I wish I was more patient with her. Because it was just a horrible thing. But all I can tell you is when you have a full-time job, when you got a house, when you got a side business, and when you got a lot of other shit on your plate, your patience hard enough. So, but my only regret in life, okay, is not being patient sometimes. With my dog mainly, but other than that, I really don't have any regrets. I have no regrets on being single. I have no regrets on anything that I've done other than that. So, even with my father, like you say, like, Sam, do you regret like this lifestyle kind of caused me and my father to separate? But I don't, because look, guys, I tried to put up with my father, and my father, he got me into a great career opportunity, but I took the ball. And so people got to give you opportunity, but you got to take the ball. I gave my friends some of the opportunity. They dropped the ball. So opportunity is not the only thing. You got to walk through the door. You got to show up every day. Okay. No one makes you do that. Okay. Look, guys, I know a lot of people, some in my own family, guys went to the same school, same opportunity. People handle life differently. Does that make you better than anyone? No. But when you talk about regrets, your regrets will be linked to fucking with the wrong people too long, for doing drugs, for, we all have some regrets, but I would say I do not regret the nomadic lifestyle. I would recommend it to some people. For most people, I don't think they would be good as a full-time nomad. Why? Because, guys, most people can't handle that amount of instability. Most people have a mental breakdown when it's raining and they're living in an apartment, and that's scary. It's scary to hear thunder. Forget about being at an all-night gas station in a tropical storm, okay? It's like, guys, they go nuts. So, guys, yeah, I don't have rent, I don't have mortgage, but guys, I also don't have a house, okay? So, it's like, it's not for everyone. And guys, I'm an extreme guy. Guys, how many people do you know that, guys, but I also don't want to say that, because I also don't want to make it unattainable for you. I think if you have some basic common sense and you put some effort and you realize nothing is perfect, I think people can do a lot more than what they think they can do. So I don't want to oversell you, but I also don't want to underappreciate the capability that many people have within them if they put some effort. So hopefully that answers your question. Thank you, Cameron. I love you. Tony, Canada's in the building. Tony, we had a tropical storm down here today, brother. Tony, what's up, man? Sam, what about renting or buying a small plot to live on it? Live it out? You can still move around with your truck and sleep on it whenever you want. Nah, it'll be an anchor. I'm an all or nothing guy. One is, I don't want to, well, I'm not going to say I don't want to rent. I don't want to rent and buy a house. A plot of land, the only plot of land I would buy is an RV lot. That's the only thing, because a plot of land to put an RV on, most instances, is going to have to be in the middle of the country. I don't want to live in the middle of the country. No disrespect. So, I am looking, Tony. I even looked today at a couple pieces of property, and they're not it. So, if the right opportunity comes, the right price and the right location, I will pull the trigger, maybe. I don't like commitment, okay? So right now, my best friend is my flexibility. My best friend is knowing that I don't owe anyone anything to a certain extent. And so I'm not willing to give that up. And I'm trying to bide some time too until I get older and I got more credits in my retirement. Like, once I start to make financial commitments, my inspiration goes down, because now I know that I'm hooked into the system a little bit more. But you say, Sam, yeah, you're not hooked into the system, but you're also, it's fucking raining on your car and you're living in a tropical storm in the middle of a gas station. That's a fair point. Okay. So, I don't know, man. But I definitely want to do something if the right opportunity comes. Sabrina, a converted cargo trailer is a good idea. Because you can still stealth camp. Yeah, eventually, I would look at a Class B or conversion van. But not now, because it still eliminates DoorDash. Now, if you get like an NV200 or a Dodge ProMaster, that's the small one, you'll get some more comforts, but you can't stand up, and it's like you might as well have a car. So, for me, it's an age of, again, it's all about age and circumstance. For my goal, which is to be financially independent in a few years, hopefully, well, I mean, I'm still going to have to work, but I want to know that I have a certain amount that, for me, I have a great buffer that I can generate maybe even income from, okay? So, I don't want to buy a cargo van. Cargo vans that are built out already, they cost around $50,000 and up, $60,000. They cost the same thing as Class B. If I was 55, 65, 75, and I have my retirement street, then guys, I would be all in on more comfort, because then I don't have to worry about the financial entanglement. Okay. But I still have to worry about it. Guys, again, I still worry about losing my job because I've been laid off. I still worry about, people spying on. For me, I've seen people in my own company this year get laid off. So what's my plan if I get laid off? Well, DoorDash immediately, keep YouTubing, okay? A couple side investments, and I'm going to have to apply for another corporate job. Why? Because I need health benefits. I need to build up my retirement. I'm 40. I don't want to be in a bad position if I can help it when I'm in my 60s, 70s, 80s. And to be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, I'm closer. I don't know, man. I just have that, and I haven't found the right thing, So, when in doubt, don't buy. Those are my thoughts. Kamara New, forgive me. Hey, buddy, I had a $20,000 check, got sick, and lived off that, ended up blowing it. I can understand. Money goes fast, man. I know 20,000 sounds like a lot, and it is. But I can tell you this, if you don't work, like my man or female Kamara New says, you can blow that easily. I totally agree. What advice do you have to start over and get back on track? This is the number one piece of advice I have. You want to get a savings account, separate than your checking account, different digits. You want to put anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 in there. And obviously that goal, if you're dead broke now, will take you a couple years probably. Once you get that, what you have to remember is the only reason you were able to get that was because you worked. So don't drop out of the workforce. Don't stop showing up. Because if you don't have money coming in through sustainable investments or through other sources, you will go through your savings quicker than you can imagine. And then you got to go back to ungrateful relatives. You got to go back to a controlling relationship. You got to go back to a social worker. So in today's era, again, with Uber, DoorDash, Lyft, and I love DoorDash the most, I haven't done it in almost a year, but I still have everything active. Why? And that's why I keep a regular car, because at least I know in South Florida, you can do DoorDash, you can make $2,000 a month easy. Okay. So I know I'm at least going to be good. Okay. So keep showing up to your job. If you don't like your job, get another job. What's the way to be financially free? A savings account and a steady income. That's it. Don't do penny stocks unless that's with your extra money outside of your savings account, outside of your debt snowball. What's the financial solvency? A savings account and a steady income. If you don't have a savings account and if you don't have a steady income, you are on the verge of giving a blowjob to Donald Trump. Okay. Any minute. Or Joe Biden. Why? Because, guys, when you're dead broke, you're not a Democrat or a Republican. You're a prostitute. Okay? I know some prostitutes, guys. You think they care who got elected? No. Why? Because they got to give a blowjob to pay the rent. Guys, you need a savings account and a steady job. If not, Guys, you're indifferent. And that's not a good place to be. Now, let's take hydration break. Joe Biden, let's get that Social Security age down quick, man. I appreciate everyone. Thank you to all my members. Thank you to all the super chats. Tony, that was a good suggestion, though. Sabrina, that was a good suggestion, too. Just not there yet with the age. Free Spirit, Sam, I think you should try your hand at reviewing travel trailers. My most popular videos are RV reviews, not masturbating in your car, believe it or not. Every time I thought, guys, when my live feed yesterday about Trump 2020 fail, I lost like 30 subscribers. Do I care? Not really. Now, however, I don't want to be prideful. Guys, I want to keep YouTube growing, but I've made a decision that the only reason I'm going to do YouTube is if I can do it in a way where I feel free to be who I want to be, okay? Not in a malicious way, okay? But, guys, if I'm going to, if YouTube was my only hustle, and if I want to make my only hustle, I would never curse, I would never talk brashly, and I would just do RV reviews. But I don't like that. I like to do RV reviews, but guys, I'm not going to go from, I know that's what most people want to see. I'm not going to go from I'm not going from dealer to dealer. Because as soon as I go in the RV dealership, you know what I got to deal with, guys? I got to deal with the fucking car salesmen, the dealers. They're all on my back. Oh, can I show you this? Can I show you that? I'm just trying to do a video for YouTube. But I can't tell them that. Why? Because, guys, have you ever seen the quality of an RV salesman? Guys, they're on the verge of giving a blowjob, okay? The guy he met the other day, he's a good guy. Well, let's be honest, all right? I got to take out your spring. Guys, it's going on a lot. Now, I know Edith is a car saleswoman. She's a good woman, but she knows this is the way it is. Guys, when you go on a car lot, they don't want you there to look around, okay? And they want you there. I tell them, look, I'm just looking. But that's a whole thing, okay? So I put up with it because I know that's what I want to see sometimes. That's what you want to see. But, and I'm not yelling at you, Cameron, and I'm not talking about you, Edith, but I'm just sharing. But for me, I don't know, man. Like, a couple people unsubscribed from me yesterday. Said, that's it, I'm unsubscribing. Your channel's not going to go anywhere. Guys, I understand that. It is what it is, okay? So, my road to retirement is not going to be depending on YouTube. Now, YouTube, I hope, can be a supplement to my Social Security and my own personal savings. But I don't think, okay, I don't even know, guys, we don't know if YouTube's going to be around. Guys, I'm living blowjob to blowjob on YouTube. I live month to month on YouTube, It's like, I don't know, some people may get the coronavirus and die. Now they're not, now they're gone. Some people may hate me after one thing I say, they're gone. So, I can't depend on that. And I damn sure ain't going to be like tap dancing around the world to make you guys happy. Not you guys, but you know what I mean? Like, I can't make everyone happy. Because that's like being in a relationship. That's why I'm a nomad. Because I can't deal with that type of shit. But Cameron, you're right. That's what the people want to see. They don't want to see me screaming in my phone in the gas station. They want to see RVs. And I'm going to show them some. Oh no, that was Free Spirit. Free Spirit, I thought that was Cameron. Free Spirit. Sam, I think you should try your hand at reviewing travel trailers. Given how much experience you have as a nomad, you're right though. This is an excellent comment. I think you do damn good. You're nail on target, Free Spirit. Free Spirit, you nailed it. And that's what, you look at my top videos, they're all RV reviews. So, I'm going to try to do them. Because look, I like to get a lot of views. But without my members and super chats, I don't know. It's a balance. You're right, though. You're right. I read that already. Thank you again, Kamarnu. Cameron, Medicare for all. Will it happen under Biden? Probably not. Why? Because you got a Republican House, and even Biden himself did not run on that. He ran on the single-payer program. Remember, it took Barack Obama with a House and a Senate full of Democrats and a lot of arm twisting to get the Affordable Care Act passed. And that was his number one thing he put himself on the line for. So I don't think Biden will do that. I think Biden will incrementally move the Affordable Care Act forward and will incrementally get closer to a level of Medicare for all, and that will be progress. So Joe Biden is going to be the salad at McDonald's, okay? He's not going to be extremely more healthier than the triple cheeseburger, but it is going to be better, okay? And so it's a step forward, okay? So, again, you got to temper some expectation, but you're going to be going in the, like Donald Trump was trying to reverse Medicare for all, trying to reverse the Affordable Care Act, okay? So Joe Biden's trying to take us closer to that. So we were going backwards, guys. If Donald Trump was elected when Social Security and Medicare got approved, he'd be trying to take those programs away because they're government-run programs. And some of you seniors, and I know because my mother, you depend on Social Security and Medicare, okay? Okay? So, bottom line is, guys, America is the only first world country that doesn't have universal health care. You say, yeah, but they pay for it in the taxes. Well, we pay for it personally. My health care just went up 3% this year. I pay for it privately. So I don't know, either you guys ain't paying for health care or, whatever. Okay, and I'm healthy. I ain't got no issues. So, good comments. Gail, you got that right. Flexibility is our best asset. It is. It's hard to use sometimes because we're creatures of habit. So flexibility, the only way it's an asset is if you use it. And what I found is that as humans, it's tough for us to use it because we're creatures of habit. So, but you're right. That's what I remember when I get seduced into buying something. Good comment. Kumar, thank you again. I read that. I went backwards. I apologize, guys. Tony, have you ever seen an RV salesman? What's the story with RV salesmen? They're like car salesmen that couldn't make it as car salesmen. Okay, in my experience. Now, Edith is a successful car saleswoman. Okay, she's a member. I love her, respect her. But again, there's some RV car dealers. I'm sure because guys, RV sales off the roof. So I'm sure there's some RV salesmen that they're making six figures. But I'm sure that most of them are making less than $30,000 a year. Now, again, on average. Now, in the past 6 months with RV sales, guys, you put someone with a heartbeat on the car lot, they'll sell an RV to anyone. Okay. I remember a boss of mine was trying to get his son a job, like Joe Biden. And he was trying to get his son a job. And he had asked the security director, like, what does my son need to have qualification-wise to be a security guard? And the security director said, he got a pulse. So, guys, what do you need to be a RV car salesman? A pulse. Okay, so, but you're not going to be a high performer if you don't have the gift of gab and you don't know how to deal with people. If you're just sitting there, yeah, you're going to sell RVs when the economy's good. You fucking people just coming on a lot, they want anything. Guys, I've been on the RV dealerships. They ain't nothing in the inventory. All ugly-ass RVs. So, these are just my opinions. Cameron, a lot of people don't want to pay for other people's medical. Well, we pay for it now because the United States of America pays more for health care than any other country. Canada pays less. Even though they pay a percentage out of their taxes, we pay it personally. So if I pay 10% of my salary for my own health care, but we would only have to pay 5% out of our taxes, I'm paying more. When you go to the hospital and you don't have health care, the other people pay and they subsidize it. Why does Florida have the highest car insurance? Because Florida has the most uninsured car drivers. That's why Barack Obama mandated that everyone have health care. Because what happens when someone goes to the emergency room and they don't have health care? Even if they can't pay it, like Donald Trump, they bankrupt it. Obamacare originally came from Mitt Romney, a Republican's idea, that unless everyone mandates pays for their health care, what we're having is a system that's unsustainable, because when someone goes for medical services and they can't pay it, the other people pay for it through a higher cost. So there's a reason that America pays more for healthcare than any other country, and we have lower life expectancy, because we are subsidizing the wealthy corporations instead of having government controlled spending on certain medical procedures. And guys, when you buy in bulk, you get a cheaper rate. If you don't believe me, ask any psychopath who shops at BJ's. Ask any psychopath that shops at Costco. The reason you're able to get a discount is because you're buying in bulk. It's a basic principle. So guys, when you buy 100 white teas, you're going to get a discount. When you have 350 million people all getting universal health care, you're going to get a discount. You say, I don't believe in government-run health care. Well, what do you think about all the senior citizens that are already getting Medicare? They're already on government health care. They've been on that for 3 generations. So we're going to figure it out. Good question. Good question, Cameron. Tony, have you... Oh, I read that. Cameron. Oh, I read that. Good job, Cameron. Cameron, how can we convince them? Well, tell them to watch my live feed, brother. Good job, man. Thank you for being a member. All right, guys. I think Tropical Storm ETA has passed the parking lot that I'm in. I got to go take a shower. I got to get ready to show up to work tomorrow. And I got to get some rest. Why? Because if you don't get the proper sleep, you're going to negatively affect your mental health, your emotional health, and you're going to overeat. And if you don't show up to work, you're not going to have income. And if you don't have a savings account, and if you don't have income, you're one blowjob away from prostitution. So what I can tell you is this, guys. I don't want to have to give a blowjob to anyone. Okay? So stay positive. Peace.